Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought that I would share with you guys a few stretches that you can incorporate throughout your workday, especially if you're working at home or you're a student or you just spend a lot of hours at your desk. These are really easy stretches that you can do from your seat, alleviate some of your tension and stress from working and from sitting for such long hours at a time. So yeah, these stretches will really focus on our necks, our shoulders, our backs, and our hips. I'm hoping that after these stretches you feel good and ready to do your best work, because it's so important that we remind ourselves to take time throughout our day to really replenish ourselves and find grounding. So let's get started. So we'll first start off with some deep breaths to really ground ourselves into this present moment. I think that it's really important, especially if you're working from home and you kind of have to create this compartmentalization of home and work. And so I think that finding a good time to really decompress and become present in your space is really important. And the way that I do this is I just really take a few moments to really take in my breath and become present in this moment. So let's do that together. We'll take a deep inhale through our nose and we'll exhale, release through our mouth, a cleansing breath. So we'll inhale through our nose. And exhale, release. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, release. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, release. So anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed with my to-do list of things I need to accomplish for the day and people I need to talk to, I allow myself a few moments to just connect to my breath in my body, to become present and to ground myself, because when you have so many racing thoughts in your mind, it's hard to stay focused, it's hard to be effective and productive in what you're doing. And so I think that I've found that the most productive thing you can do is just to take a few moments to just ground yourself again. So if at any time throughout your day you're feeling overworked, overwhelmed, I encourage you to just take 3 deep breaths. And I know that sometimes we can be like, I've got to run to this meeting and do this and all of these things, but I assure you that taking just a few moments to ground yourself and focus will make you feel so much better throughout your work day, and like you can accomplish everything with a smile. Let's begin with releasing some tension in our necks. This is a place where a lot of us hold stress, a lot of tension and negative emotions. So it's really important for us to take this time to de-stress throughout your work day. Don't wait till the end of the day when you're in your bubble bath to de-stress. Be de-stressing throughout your day. So we'll begin by dropping our right ear to our right shoulder and letting our shoulders drop away from our ears. Feeling a nice elongation through the left side of your neck. So you feel gravity pulling all of the weight down. You'll gently bring your chin down your chest, rolling ever so slowly. A nice gentle circle of your neck. Until your left ear meets your left shoulders. And you press your shoulders away from your ears, sitting up tall. Feeling the elongation on the right side of your neck. Feeling stress dissipate Coming back to the other side. Slowly taking your time here. Feeling every crevice in your neck release. And coming back to center. You can do these at any time, as many times as feels good for you. I like to do this if I've been typing for a long time, looking down. I just allow myself, my neck to stretch a little bit. So that's really good for just maintaining some good mobility in our necks, because that translates down to the rest of our bodies. And the next stretch I'm going to show you is just holding onto the sides of your chair and just reaching your right arm up and over as we arch ourselves over to the left side. And you feel the stretch coming all the way from your hip, through your rib cage, over top of your arms, all the way out through your fingertips. Feel the energy and this line of energy pulling, stretching out this side body. This is a part of our body that we don't really move too much when we're seated. So it's good to awaken this in ourselves. So I'll reach over the other arm. Pressing, lifting, making sure that our shoulders are stacked. You're not arching yourself forward, but you're staying nice and level over top. Maybe you gaze up. Just feel yourself lifting up tall. And coming back to center. Again, these are good just to awaken our bodies in a different way. That can help you clear your mind, regain some focus by just stimulating a different part of your body, connecting to a different muscle group. And so next we're gonna release tension in our shoulders. This is a place where I know I personally hold a lot of stress in my shoulders. And this gives us the tendency to have a hunchback. Hunchbacks ain't cute. So we wanna make sure that throughout our work day, we're really making that conscious effort to lift our chests up, roll our shoulders down behind our backs. You can even breathe easier now. So we'll go ahead and bring our shoulders up towards our ears and roll them back down. Up towards your ears and rolling them back down. Feeling that elongation through your neck. This is creating space in your neck, especially in the winter. We're so cold, we tend to scrunch up our shoulders. It's good that you press them down away from your back and create space in between your shoulder blades and your ears. Maybe one shoulder and the other shoulder. To create some movement. I feel like this really releases a lot of the tension that I hold in my shoulders just by moving my body around. The energy is moving out of me, and I imagine just the stress dissipating as I'm rolling out my shoulders, creating space for more good feelings. Beautiful. And then another area of tension that we hold when we're sitting is especially in our lower backs, because just the pressure coming down through our spine is really a lot of pressure on our lower backs. So it's really important that you sit with good posture when you're working from home or at a desk. Begin to scoot your seat forward, just coming to the edge of your seat so that you're stable. Both feet are planted firmly on the floor. And you're gonna place your hands on your knees. We're gonna do some seated cat-cows. And these are really helpful because, I personally love cat-cows anyways. They really invigorate your spine, and they help you really bring movement throughout your whole body, which is super necessary if you've been sitting for a really long time. So I scoot myself forward so that I'm stable. And I'm just going to inhale by pressing my chest forward, looking up towards the sky. And exhale. I'm going to curl my spine, drop my head, press my hands into my knees. Allowing my neck to hang heavy. I inhale, look up, press my chest forward, arch my back. And exhale, curl in the spine, drop the head. Now these are really good to do like at least 2 to 3 times throughout your day, just to help you release any tension and just allowing your body some movement, because sitting down is just so brutal on your body and your joints, and your spine needs some mobility. So just moving through these is like really great to even like refocus you for your next task. Perfect. So next you're gonna bring your foot up towards your seat and just allowing yourself to kind of like hug your knee. Bringing our armpit and our knee into this like alignment here. Just squeezing your knee into your chest. You can do this on the other side. Squeezing, pressing your chest forward so that your back is straight and upright. And then if you can do both feet up, and lifting yourself up a little bit, coming into kind of like a little squat, like a little sumo squat here. I like to do these if this is like way outside of your scope, that is totally okay. But this is definitely like a yogi pose that I like to do when I'm working. I'll just like be typing like this. So if this is in your practice, go for it. But if not, we can move on to a different stretch. I like to do a seated figure 4. So this is really good for our hips because our hips are super tight from sitting in this position. So what you do is you just simply cross one foot over your knee, and we create this figure 4 here with our thighs. And maybe for some of you, this is exactly where you need to stay. You feel the stretch in your hip flexor, in your psoas, and it feels lovely. That's great. Maybe your knee is up here, but the goal is to bring your knee parallel to your ankle. So if you can do that, this is a beautiful place to just relax. I oftentimes, instead of crossing my legs when I work, because this is like really bad for your back to cross your legs, I'll instead do a figure 4 so that I'm stretching and getting work done. Win-win. And you can do this on the other side, so we'll switch sides. And again, pressing that knee down towards the floor so that it's parallel with your knee. But if it's up here, again, you're exactly where you need to be. This is really good for just you can, like I said, just sit like this every day, switching legs, and that will honestly improve your flexibility over time. You'll be very surprised. And again, just allowing gravity to do all of the work. You just literally accept your knee coming closer and closer to the earth. And sometimes if I'm feeling, a little bit extra, I can put my leg up here. And this is kind of coming into like a pigeon almost, but like a seated pigeon. So I can type like this. On the other side, it looks something a little bit like this. And this also brings your knee up, stretching out your hip, making sure that your back is straight. It's very important. But a way that you can intensify this 4-legged fold is either by grabbing underneath your leg and bringing your knee in towards your chest, like this. while remaining straight and tall in your seat. Or again, if you're just fine with your foot in a figure 4, then like definitely keep it that way. But this is just a nice stretch that you can do while you're sitting at your desk. You know, sometimes it's just good to get a good little hug in here in between sending emails, I guess. I know for me, I read a lot, so between chapters, I like to just take a few moments to, move my body, move my legs, get a good stretch in, do some cat-cows. Since your hips are normally what tends to tighten up, because there's just, again, so much pressure from the way that we sit, having all of this pressure from our whole top halves being pressed onto our hips is like a lot of strain on your hips. So what I want you guys to do is bring your hands to grab stably onto your chair and scoot your hips forward so that your bum is just like on the edge and your feet are planted. And just like windshield wiper your feet from side to side. This helps if you have a swivel chair. So you can just swivel from side to side, dipping each knee down, so that you can just open up your hips a little bit and just, honestly, this is really good to even strengthen your hip joints, because doing this rotation will really strengthen the muscles around your hip too. So why not get in a little workout / stretch throughout your day. You'll thank me when you feel energized and relaxed and able to just knock out your to-do list, which is what I hope and what I wish for all of you. So don't forget that this is something that you can incorporate throughout your day. You don't have to do them in any specific order. If at any time you're like, wow, my shoulders are feeling really tense, let me just do some shoulder shrugs. And let me do some cat-cows to really open up my back and my chest. You're like, oh, my hips hurt, my bum hurts from sitting so long. Okay, let me do some windshield wipers. Maybe a nice little figure 4. Maybe bringing your knee in towards your chest. And this will really just help create some movement throughout your day, especially because working from home, sitting for hours is so stagnant. You need something that's gonna help kind of shake up the vibe and bring some energy into your work. So I hope you all have an amazing, productive, and proud day. You should be proud of yourselves for working so hard and taking some time to fill your cup and to energize yourself so that you can do your work and accomplish everything that you want to accomplish with a smile. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!